Okay, here we go. Um, One thing I want to point out with number one, I was almost going to ask you to redo that one because initially it sounded like you were falling behind on the beat, but you fixed it when you slowed it down and brought it back up. So that's good. Um, on the hammer on pull off stuff, believe it was number two, I really heard this. So something that we still need to do is where you're holding your hand while you're playing. You still have your hand too far back here and you're not muting the strings. So like if you go back and listen to the beginning of number two, when you get up here, it was like the 8, 10, and 12, like you really hear those kinds of noises there. So I can start it off okay. Try and get myself in a position where I can recreate the noise. So yeah, it started off fine. Then as you progress, all that noise coming in. So none of that noise should ever be heard. All that noise should never be heard, okay? The tune. Oh, God, guys. So, ooh. Yeah, you got to make sure that where you're holding your pick is changed. So remember we talked about picking over the neck pickup? I want to see you do that, okay? Very, very important. Because if you're not holding it there, then you're going to keep having that noise. Some people ask, like, well, how am I supposed to keep my hand over the neck pickup? I'm muting all these other strings. Well, that means you just have to position your hand even better, because it's absolutely possible to hold your hand over there. Like, you really need to have your hand sitting on those strings. So we're going to do this. I'm just giving you a heads up. When you send in your videos, if you're not holding your pick over the neck pickup, I'm going to ask you to do them again with your hand in the correct place. Because if we're hearing that noise come through still, that means you're missing it. And we need to get that fixed and cleaned up. So, because you definitely are playing it like your left hand was keeping up with it, which is great. But the cleanliness, we need it to be cleaner. So, pick over the neck pickup. Not close to it, not near it, on top of it. If that pick is not on top of that neck pickup, then I'm going to say your hand's in the wrong position. So you got to keep it over there. And I got to finish tuning this dang thing. I figure, well, I might as well just try and talk and tune at the same time. So I'm not starting the video over again. This is not going well. F sharp. How the heck this thing got so out of tune? There we go. Okay. Well, that was an exciting part of the video. Just be careful with your timing here. Now, I consider putting it in the 7/4 in order to have the entire phrase in one bar, but that just started looking ridiculous. So yeah, we're going between a 4/4 and a 3/4. So as far as having an accent beat anywhere on your metronome, you could put it in a 7/4. I'm just going to have mine as a 1/4 and go with that. If your metronome can do a 4/4 to 3/4, then, well, that's good. Mine cannot. I need to make my own metronome. That's actually part of something I got planned. But all right, here we go. So yeah, same kind of thing we've been doing, just taking it a bit further. So playing longer before the quarter note break. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look where I'm picking. I'm over the neck pickup. I'm not over here. Because if I do it over here, with that noise coming in, really should be picking over the neck pickup. Now, I want to point out that sometimes people ask me this, like, well, what am I supposed to do if I'm going to palm mute things? So we want to be more aggressive with where we're holding the pick for stuff like this right now, because we got to get rid of the habit of allowing unwanted noise to be there. So that's why we got to place it over here. So let's say I wanted to do something like this where I'm going like maybe in between palm muting or not. So I can kind of go back and forth here. So I'm not all the way over here, and with the baritone guitar, you know, there's a lot more distance to cover. If I am like over here, notice how as I go higher up, my hand kind of drifts over this way. And if I need to do palm mute stuff, I shift it back over here. But it's just really a matter of no palm mute, I come over here. If it's palm mute, I go back. So it's just back and forth. Same thing if like doing like things like that. It's just a matter of going back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Terrible. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Gonna push things a little bit further here. So starting on the B string. So we got the hammer-ons up. We have more hammer-ons, and then into the pull-offs. Hit one note on that B string, and then right back up to the E for more hammer-ons into the pull-offs. So first two bars will be played again on the bars 3 and 4, and then we go up in key, up on our scales there. The same idea for the second half. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was awful. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look where I'm picking. Over the neck pickup. So I moved my hand back a little bit there for that pinch because I didn't think I'd be able to get it here. That sounds better over there. All right, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 3. 3/4 time signature. So this time, we are starting with the pull-offs. Still picking over the neck pickup. And, you know, when you get ready for this, get all 3 fingers down, ready to go. Make sure you see all 3 fingers down and ready to go. And you're going to switch to the next position there. So when I'm doing that, I'm basically keeping my 1st and 4th finger down while exchanging or replacing my ring finger with my middle finger. And then swap them out. And then we got the whole step next. So I use my ring finger for that. I don't remember if you use your middle finger or the ring finger, but whatever you use. So if it's the middle finger, it's really just a matter of spread things out when you go up there. If you use the ring finger, just gonna have to keep the pinky and index finger down, spread them out, while replacing the middle with the ring. So yeah, just really watch that left hand. Make sure at the start of every bar, all 3 fingers are down and ready to go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. Any questions come up, let me know. Remember, pick over the neck pickup. Pick over the neck pickup. Once again, pick over the neck pickup. And really make sure that muting comes in. Comes in really well. So yeah, one last thing. So people talking about they end up muting things out when they're trying to play over here. If that happens, that means you have your hand too much like this. Like going the same direction as the strings. You got to move your hand back like this. So if you find that you're muting the strings when you're picking over here, that means your hand and your arm are too down, like almost too flat to the floor. You need to angle it up more. So this way you're not muting that string you're playing, and your hand is still resting on those strings there. All right, I think that's it now. Any questions come up, let me know. I'll see you again in your new videos.